English Vocabulary Lesson A to Z. Acute, extremely sharp or intense. Eagles have acute vision. Accelerate, to increase speed. She wants to accelerate her loan paydown. Alibi, an excuse or defense. The accused thief has a strong alibi. Admonish, to scold. The teacher had to admonish the student. Ban, to prohibit especially by law or social pressure. The town decided to ban oil drilling. Bargain, a good value. Cheap price, to negotiate. The jeans were selling at bargain prices. Belittle, to decry, depreciate, discredit, or disparage. It's unkind to belittle someone in public. Bankrupt, at the end of one's financial resources. Financially ruined and insolvent. The large store went bankrupt. Category, a classification or bracket. Greenwich, Connecticut is a town of the wealthiest category. Cement, a binding mortar, to secure, to affix. A payment was needed to cement the deal. Caliber, the quality of someone's character or the level of their ability. Diameter, his work is top caliber. Certainty, to be sure, conviction, confidence. He proceeded with absolute certainty. Detest, to dislike intensely. My parents detest laziness. Delusional, holding obviously false or erroneous beliefs. The mentally ill woman was delusional. Daring, adventurous or audaciously bold. The explorers were daring. Durable, long-lasting, heavy-duty, tough. The tent was made of a durable fabric. Eager, anxious, longing, yearning. She is eager to travel abroad. Ecstatic, feeling or expressing overwhelming happiness or joyful excitement. We were ecstatic when we heard the good news. Eccentric, unconventional or slightly strange behavior. The inventor was quite eccentric. Edible, fit or suitable to be eaten. The fake food display looked edible. Fallacy, a mistaken belief, especially one based on unsound reasoning. Thinking the earth is flat is a fallacy. Fervor, intense or passionate feeling. The team's fervor was evident. Farce, a comic dramatic work using buffoonery and horseplay and typically crude and improbable situations. The politician's investigation was a complete farce. Foolhardy, recklessly bold or rash. Street racing is foolhardy. Giddy, excited to the point of disorientation. The actor was giddy when she won the award. Generic, characteristic of or relating to a class or group of things, not specific. They gave a generic excuse. Gaffe, an unintentional act or remark causing embarrassment to its originator, a blunder. The congressman made another gaffe in the interview. Gadfly, a person who stimulates or annoys other people, especially by persistent criticism. The reporter was considered a gadfly by local officials. Haggle, dispute or bargaining persistently over the cost of something. The buyer wants to haggle over the price of the property. Heartfelt, sincere, deeply and strongly felt. I received a heartfelt letter from my sister. Habitual, done or doing constantly as a habit. The man is a habitual liar. Hinterland, remote or undeveloped area. They want to explore for oil in the Alaskan hinterland. Illicit, contrary to accepted morality or convention. Many illicit activities occur on the border. Insurmountable. Not able to be overcome. The obstacles were insurmountable. Impede. A hindrance or obstacle. Heavy traffic will impede our progress. Indignation. A feeling of righteous anger. The man expressed indignation over the rude comment. Jovial. Full of high spirit, merriment. His mood is always jovial. Jocular. Joking, humorous, playful. My grandfather was a jocular individual. Jaded. Tired, bored, or lacking enthusiasm. She was jaded after the long meeting. Jargon. Special words or expressions used by a profession or group not commonly understood by others. The article was full of jargon. Keen, intense or sharp. He had a keen eye for details. Kettle. A metal pot for stewing or boiling. Pour the hot water from the kettle. Kindle. To catch fire. I want to kindle the straw in the fireplace. Levity. A manner lacking seriousness. Levity would be inappropriate at a funeral. Litigation. A legal proceeding in court. The lawyer specializes in civil litigation. Lustrous. Reflecting light. The polish made a lustrous finish. Larceny. The act of taking something illegally from someone. Stealing a car is grand larceny. Magnanimous. Noble and generous in spirit. The winner of the contest was magnanimous. Malady. An unwholesome or desperate condition. Lack of motivation is a serious malady. Melee. Noisy, riotous fight. The police broke up the melee. Mortal. Causing or having caused death. Subject to death. The man suffered a mortal injury. Nautical. Pertaining to ships or navigation. The sailor had a lot of nautical experience. Nebulous. Lacking definite form or limits. His explanation was nebulous. Nefarious. Extremely wicked. The culprit had nefarious intentions. Neglect. To fail to attend to. The old house showed years of neglect. Oasis. Shelter serving as a place of safety or sanctuary. The farm was an oasis for the city dwellers. Obedient. Dutifully complying to the commands of those in authority. The dog was very obedient. Objective. The goal intended to be obtained. The objective was clear to everyone. Obscure. Not clearly understood or expressed. The meaning of the poem was obscure. Palpable. Able to be felt by tactile examination. There was a palpable sigh of relief. Paragon. Model of excellence or perfection of a kind. The small company was the paragon of good customer relations. Partisan. Devoted to a cause or a political group. Partisan politics hurts the nation. Pastoral. Idyllically rustic. It was a scene of pastoral tranquility. Quaint. Attractively old-fashioned. It was a quaint, small town. Qualm. Uneasiness about the fitness of an action. The company expressed qualms about discounting their products. Quandary. A situation from which extrication is difficult. After the new law, we were in a quandary as to how to proceed. Quarrel. An angry dispute. The couple refused to quarrel in public. Radical. A person who has revolutionary ideas or opinions. Extreme. It was a radical proposal. Rampant. Occurring or increasing in an unrestrained way. There was rampant inflation in those years. Rapport, a relationship of mutual understanding between people. The mayor had excellent rapport with the community. Ravenous, extremely hungry. My son has a ravenous appetite. Sacrilegious, grossly irreverent to what is considered holy. His behavior in church bordered on sacrilegious. Sagacious, acutely insightful or wise. The senior trader made a sagacious decision. Salubrious, promoting health. My mom has a salubrious routine. Satiate, to fill to satisfaction. There was nothing to satiate his desire. Tacit, implied by or inferred by statement. There was a tacit understanding. Taint, to contaminate. We cannot taint the water sample. Tantalizing, arising desire or expectation for something unattainable. It was a tantalizing idea. Taut, pulled or drawn tight. It was secured by a taut rope. Ubiquitous, being everywhere at once. There is a ubiquitous presence of the government in that country. Ulterior, lying beyond what is openly revealed or avowed. She has an ulterior motive. Unabashed, not embarrassed. He was unabashed in his directness. Unanimous, in complete agreement. The decision was unanimous. Vacate, to leave voluntarily as in a job or position. They were forced to vacate the building. Vacuous, devoid of intelligence. They were a vacuous bunch. Vague, lack clarity or distinctness. He had a vague idea of where he was going. Vain, unproductive of success. It was a vain attempt. Valid, well grounded in logic or truth or having legal force. The man had a valid argument. Wade, walk through relatively shallow water. We like to wade in the surf. Wail, a cry of sorrow or grief. The child would wail whenever her mother left. Waiver, a formal written statement of relinquishment. He signed a waiver. Wane, a gradual decline in size, strength, or number. His enthusiasm started to wane. Xenolith, geology, a piece of rock of different origin from the rock in which it is embedded. We found a xenolith in the granite. Xerophile, a plant adapted to a life with a limited water supply. A cactus is a xerophile. Xenophobe, a person who fears or dislikes foreigners. The anti-immigration congressman was a xenophobe. Xeric, being deficient in or requiring little moisture. Desert plants are xeric. Xerox, a copy made by a xerographic printer. Send me a Xerox copy of the document. Yahoo, a person who is not intelligent or interested in culture. That guy is a real yahoo. Yearn, desire strongly or persistently. I yearn to visit the seashore again. Yelp, a short, high-pitched cry. The puppy started to yelp. Yield, to give or supply. His new farm should have an excellent yield. Zinc, the chemical element with the atomic number of 30. Men need zinc supplements. Zoology, the scientific study of animals. She took a zoology class this semester. Z, the letter Z. Very few words start with Z. Zap, a sudden event that imparts energy or excitement. I got a zap when I touched the electrical outlet. You can improve your English. You can speak better English. With Grandpa Grammar's English Speaking Workshop, you can speak better English quickly. English is a bridge to open up the world to you. Better English is the key career success with Better English with Grandpa Grammar's English Speaking Workshop. Click the link in the description to find out more. Better English now.